Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. My name is Lena and I'm the founder of Jaded Nutrition. I want to talk to you about finding your purpose. Now you might be asking, why are you, as someone who specializes in nutrition, talking to me about my purpose? When I meet with clients, a common trend is purposelessness. People don't have a purpose. They're just going day to day, going through the motions, and they don't know what they want to accomplish, who they want to be, where they want to go. And so they turn to food to fulfill that desire for purpose, that longing that they have for purpose. When we don't feel like we have a sense of purpose, we feel stuck in life. When we feel unfulfilled in what we're doing, whether it's in relationships, in our business, when we feel unfulfilled, it's very easy to turn to something that brings us comfort. Food brings us comfort. It's temporary, but it does bring us comfort. We turn to food that sends off endorphins in our body. So we gravitate towards high amounts of sugar, refined carbs, fatty foods, salty foods, foods that chemically send a response off inside of our body when we're feeling lost or feeling like we don't have a purpose, we don't know where we're going. And this is such a common trend. And people everywhere are asking, where do I fit in? What's my purpose? Where do I go from here? Food is such an easy substitute to turn to when those questions go unanswered in our lives. How do we stop turning to food to take our purpose, our destiny's place in our lives? First of all, we need to find out what our purpose is. What is your purpose in life? What do you get up for every single morning? What drives you? What motivates you? What inspires you? What excites you? I thought my purpose for a long time was to be a personal trainer. I fell in love with working out, with exercise when I was about 16 years old, and I started going to a gym frequently when I was 17, and I fell in love. I thought, this is my destiny. I'm going to be a personal trainer. I might even train the stars. I'm unstoppable. And that really wasn't what my purpose was. It wasn't what got me up in the morning. It wasn't what I just wanted to talk about all the time. The more I started to dig into my life and figure out what I really wanted to do with myself, to do with my business, was to focus on food. And so I started focusing on food. I went to school and I got a nutrition certificate that focused solely on the mechanics of eating, sports and exercise nutrition. And I thought, this is my purpose. This is where I want to go. And for a season, it was good. And then I realized it wasn't working though. Just dealing with the physical part of nutrition wasn't helping my clients. I wasn't getting success. I wasn't retaining clients, and I wasn't getting any referrals. People would lose weight and they'd gain it back and they'd never come and see me again. And I thought, this is not where I need to be. What wakes me up in the morning? What keeps me going? What am I living for? And all I could think about was my story and wanting to help people who have gone through sexual abuse, drug addiction, eating disorders, low self-worth, shame. I wanted to help those people desperately. This is what my conversations always led to. I'd start talking about nutrition and they'd always end up over here. I'd start here, they'd end up there. And I found what was my motivating factor, what my purpose in life was. And I only discovered that by going down a path of self-discovery. I had to find my purpose by asking myself questions, not just going through the motions and thinking, well, I guess this is just my lot in life. I said I would do this, and now I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make it my purpose. If that wasn't my purpose, I needed to ask myself questions to get myself to where my purpose was going to take me. So it was very challenging for me to give up my whole business, my whole career. I was a personal trainer at an executive club. I had a full clientele. I was making really, really good money, and I gave it up. And it was one of the scariest things that I've ever done, the most empowering things that I've ever done, the most heart-wrenching things that I've ever done. And I almost lost my identity because I had it wrapped up in I'm a personal trainer. If I'm not a personal trainer anymore, who am I? Even though that wasn't my identity, it was my career. I had to find out what my purpose was and refuse to stay where it wasn't. We're so afraid as people to be rejected, to step out in faith into a society that demands us to be a certain way, to conduct ourselves in a certain way, to speak a certain message. I came against so much adversity when I went back to school for eating psychology, and I started conducting my client sessions in a different way than when I was just a sports and exercise nutritionist. And I had to overcome so many different people saying, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't talk like that, you shouldn't coach your clients in that, that's not going to help. And it was scary to step out, to go against the grain when people would just go to nutritionists and get a diet plan and tell them how to exercise. That was easy. I knew how to do that, but I didn't know how to navigate people's lives, their emotions, the psychology behind why they did what they did. And it was scary, but it drove me to my business. And that was my purpose. And I had to keep asking questions. So how do we find our purpose? First of all, we need to think about what drives us. What wakes you up in the morning? What do you want to talk about all the time? Then you need to ask yourself thought-provoking questions as to why you think that is your purpose and how you need to get there. The third step is making a move, and making a brave move. Stepping out into faith, if that means quitting your job, if that means moving to a different city, whatever it is, I can promise you that when you take a step of faith, even if you have to let go of everything, your hands are empty to receive everything that you need to. If you're holding on to this in your hands so tightly that's not meant to be there, and you let it go, there's room for you to receive. Taking a step of faith and leaving your comfort zone. We can really find fulfillment and our purpose when we step out of our comfort zone, when we get uncomfortable with life. The next step to finding out what your purpose is creating a mission statement for your life, for your business. Who are you? What do you want to accomplish? What service are you providing? And how are you going to provide it? So for me, my mission statement is I want to equip women to be powerful, to help people love their bodies again, and to refuse to conform to the way that the world wants us to be. I have a mission to help people, to encourage them to love themselves. This is my mission statement. This is the service that I provide every time I get in front of the camera. My whole goal is to make sure that people leave more empowered than when they started watching my video. So this is my mission statement. And you're going to have to find your own mission statement in life. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What service are you going to provide? How are you going to get there? Following that, you need to have a plan of action. You need to figure out, do I have the finances to do this? What does that look like? If I leave my job, Do I have enough money to sustain myself until I can really find out what I want to do? Do I need to go back to school? Set out a plan of action. Create a blueprint for your life that you can revert back to every time you start to lose focus. What is the blueprint? What is my action plan? Finding your purpose in life can heal so many different wounds. When we feel a lack of purpose or a lack of drive, it's easy and predictable that we turn to food. There's nothing wrong with you. Thousands, millions of people do that every single day. And the main reason that we don't step into our purpose is because we don't believe that we're worth it. We have shame rooted in us. We have a low self-worth, and we don't believe that we can accomplish what we really want to. We don't feel like we're good enough. We don't feel like we're smart enough. I'm not pretty enough to do that. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money. I don't drive a nice enough car. It's all lies. That's what's keeping you from your purpose. Building up that self-worth, getting encouraged to move forward, to take a step of faith is going to be what you need in order to step into your destiny. And in order to do that, you need to get around people that are like-minded, who want to see you succeed. Because let me be honest with you, when you share your dream, not everyone's going to want to see you succeed. I've come across that being a very open and transparent kind of person. Not everyone wants to see me succeed. And people are going to be there to crush your dreams, and you can't let them. You can't let them. Be careful who you share your dreams with. Be careful who you allow to speak into your life. If you're not hanging out with people that build you up and encourage you and motivate you to be better, you're hanging around with the wrong people. That sounds really, really harsh, and I'm not saying to think of yourself too highly. As a drug addict, I knew that I had to stop hanging around with people that did drugs, that brought me down, that didn't want to see me get healthy. It's no different in life. If you want to move forward, if you want to stop eating junk food, maybe stop hanging out with people that live off junk food who don't want to be healthy. If you want to be healthy, if you want to step into your purpose, then you need to get around people who want to do the same. Iron sharpens iron, and we need to be in relationships, in friendships, where we are sharpening each other and moving forward, always progressing. It can be so demoralizing to feel like we don't have a purpose. And I want to tell you that you do have a purpose. It just needs to be uncovered. So what is it? What wakes you up in the morning? What propels you forward? What do you want to talk about all day, all night? What motivates you to be a better person? This is your purpose. Step into it and never look back. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave me a comment below, like, share this, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jaded Nutrition. Have a great day. Bye-bye.